that on. Woohoo! Push the chili. Okay, let's do this. I don't know. Everybody's showing up for work right now. So we gotta try and time this. Gotta get out here while everybody's in between people driving in the parking lot here. It is full on. See, this is where people will get it wrong. There's some people right now that'll be like, oh, winter's back in Montana. No, this is full on actual springtime in Montana. Like, this is what spring in Montana is like. Even though we don't really have a good spring in Montana. Like, spring in Montana doesn't usually start for another month and a half. Or at least a month, I would say. Month and a half. I'd say closer to a month and a half. Really, like end of April, early May is really when springtime starts in Montana. But because it's been so warm, this actually feels like spring in Montana. I think my thermometer is wrong on here. I checked the weather. It said it was 33 degrees. It feels like 33 degrees. You guys could use the crosswalk that's literally 20 yards away. Instead, you're sprinting across traffic in order to not walk down to the crosswalk. Freaking weirdos. Anyways, yeah, this says 37. It feels like it's in the mid-20s, which there's a little bit of a breeze, so that would make sense that the real feel would be in the mid-20s if it truly is 33 degrees out. And I actually think it is 33 degrees out because there was things that were icy. Not 37, but I guess we'll see what if my thermometer on my vehicle changes or not. It is like, it has been all night has been snowing around us. We just got some wet down here, but according to the radar, it's supposed to start snowing here in the next like 20 minutes, but I'm not seeing it because not really any storm clouds around us right now that I can see. Maybe they're gonna blow in fast or something. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, it's cloudy, but it's not like winter storm cloudy. Got stuff all over my teeth. Feels like I didn't brush my teeth, but I did. We're gonna turn left. I think we're gonna go. Actually, yeah, we're gonna go out this way. We might do the 5.5 mile loop. We'll see. See how we feel. I like trimmed all my facial hair off, and now I look weird. But what I might do, so we'll go out here. We'll see how the conditions are. Maybe do the 5.5 miles. And then if possibly play cool, sweet girl. Play cool, the popo, they're right next to us. And now he's coming over. Go ahead. I don't mind. You're going faster than me anyways. And then afterwards I might go hit the gym and do another 45 minutes or so on the bike, but we'll see. Oh yeah, there's a storm coming over the hill, so they probably are correct. Probably is 20 minutes now. It's gonna start snowing. You couldn't see it from where I was at. Now that we're more quick. Now that we're away from the downtown area and around Mount Helena, now I can look off that direction. Yeah, it's gonna start snowing in about 20 minutes. As long as it's snow and not rain, I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I didn't bring any water or anything, so am I gonna be able to hit the gym? I should be able to. She did not. She looked at me like, what are you doing? It's an hour early. Because she's not used to the time change. I'm not used to the time change either. Plus it's cold. She was nice and toasty underneath her blankie. Like for the first time that I can remember, I got up, I did my normal, I don't know, she could tell somehow that I'm getting ready to get up. It's the way I do a big deep breath in or something before I crawl out of bed underneath the covers, and she usually just jumps up. She's like, yes, it's time to go. Today I got out from under the covers. I started getting dressed. I even got my shoes put on, all of that before she was finally, okay, I'll crawl out from underneath the covers. Thought about waiting a little bit because it is supposed to clear up a little bit by around late morning time frame, 10:30, 11 o'clock ish. But based upon prior experiences, I've learned that you cannot count on that. Because then you'll look at the forecast and it'll be 11 o'clock, and it says at 11 o'clock it's going to be partly sunny, and then you look outside and it's freaking raining. Okay, and not a hint of even blue sky anywhere, let alone the sun. So we're just gonna go for it. I brought my puffy jacket. Oh, no, if it's gonna rain, I don't want to put my puffy jacket on. I'm probably gonna get really cold because there's a pretty good breeze blowing. In fact, we'll see when we get out here. I may not be able to live stream because it might just be too windy. There is not a high wind effect in for today, yet it's just as windy as it was most of yesterday. So it's just as windy as it was on Saturday. What was it, Saturday, when it was really windy and we didn't have a high wind advisory? So my guess is, I don't know what the threshold is for here. It's kind of funny how it's all relative, like to different locations in the U.S. on how they do like weather warnings or whatever. You know, like conditions like right now where it's just a little bit wet but it's cold, and there's a chance of some snow here in a little bit, which I can see the snow coming over the ridge right now. Like it is definitely snowing up on the ridge. But anyways, these same conditions in say like Alabama would be like a winter weather warning, and here it's just normal. And it's the same way when it comes to wind. I think our high wind advisory is like they don't do anything unless it's over like 40-50 miles an hour sustained winds, where if you were to be say in like I don't know, like Minnesota or something, that like their high wind advisory probably is like 30-35 mile an hour, you know. Feel the wind pushing me around, but I don't see the grass blowing around. That's so weird. That means like close to the ground there's no wind, but it's definitely pushing my van a little bit higher off the ground. I mean, today would be a good day to go skiing if the ski hill's still open, which I would think it is. I think it's open through Easter usually. Doing something over on Mount Ascension, but they got a new dusting of snow, and it's being that it's freezing, it would be icy. So we're gonna go out here where there's no snow. I mean, there'll probably be ice, but there's no snow, because a dusting of snow on top of ice does not make for good running. Sinuses, because of this change in the weather, have not been happy the last 2 days. Like yesterday, I woke up, I had a headache because my sinuses were all goofed up. Speed limit on this road, and I was actually been doing like 5 to 10 miles an hour over the speed limit, and I still have people like catching me. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And not just like slowly catching me, like pulling up behind me fast, like I'm doing 10 under the speed limit. also like got some really tight, windy corners too. Now, granted, I'm a little bit more high centered than they are. Like my center of gravity is a little bit higher profile. I guess. I mean, profile doesn't really matter, but my center of gravity is higher, so you're more tippy than a lot of other cars. But still, it's like it's wet and icy. Like I'd be worried about sliding through a corner. Well, the clouds are low today. Gosh dang, they're like you guys, I don't know if you can make them out. Like right up over here, you can see the clouds. They're like only maybe 100 feet off the ground. It's crazy. Ground is damp. It's been sprinkling all night, so I can't see the freaking potholes in this gravel road because they just blend in. It all looks like one color. Hey, it's a whitetail. I've seen a whitetail forever. Usually you see muleys out here. Nahri sees it too. She's like, hey, where's that thing going? She's like, friend, come back. I want to go for a ride. I didn't know there was whitetails out here in this area. Yeah. We've always seen just muleys out here. Oh, I am tired though. I have not gotten used to this freaking time change thing. I have no idea why we still do time change. Hello, Andre. Oh, this whole time change thing. I know why we haven't. So, like, what was it? It was like 6-7 years ago or more. They passed a thing here in the U.S. at Congress to get rid of, it was to get rid of daylight savings time. And the reason why they haven't done it, ooh, jeez. I better put the brake on. There we go. The reason why they haven't done it is because there was a whole bunch of arguments and controversy over, well, should we go to full-time daylight standard or should we go away from like full not daylight savings time? And so many people are for going to permanent daylight savings time, which doesn't make any sense to me, because like 90% of the countries and even the states in the US that got rid of, or, went away from having the time change all the time, they got rid of daylight savings. So now you'd be like 2 hours off of like most of those people, so it doesn't make any sense, but whatever. It's like Arizona. If you went to permanent daylight savings time, they would be in their own time change they'd be like in their own time zone. Or would they be permanently in Pacific? Is that what they would be? Yes, they would be permanently in Pacific time zone. Which, I mean, isn't a big deal, but whatever. Ah, my nose is so itchy. There must be something allergy-wise that's like blowing around, which is weird for this early in the year. It is a little windy. I wonder if I just put my hood up, if I would be okay. We'll try that. Except I can't put my hood up when I have the coat zipped all the way up. There we go. This will help to keep the wind off my ears. Okay, I got the key. I don't know if my thermometer in my vehicle is working. Sometimes it like doesn't change, but it did not change just one bit as we were driving out here. It said 37 when we left, 37 out here, which doesn't seem right. But because oh, excuse me. Because I checked the weather, like the official temperature in Helena before we left. And this said 33. So it feels cold. 37, the way I am dressed right now, I would not be feeling this cold. So I don't know what the deal is. I think we're gonna do the loop, the loopy loop. And then we'll see, so that means we're gonna have to go that way, because then we'll see if we can do the extra at the end. How well we're feeling. How fast I'm moving. Oh, I need to turn this on. Probably need to charge this for a little bit too. I did not charge it. Plug that in. My lips are all chapped too, because it's been so dry and weird out weather-wise. Oh, I need my gloves. Sorry about the everybody's sick. Lock my vehicle. I need to put the keys in here so I don't drop them out somewhere. Oh, zipped up. There we go. Oh, and I need to reset the distance thing. I didn't know I had that on yet. There we go. There we go. We should be good now. Oh, except I need to. Oh, no, we're good there. Dashboard is on. Okay, now I can put my glove on. Whoo-wee. We will attempt to do this. You can almost see blue sky over here, which is weird. But that's what's coming at us over there. I don't know if you can see. It's snowing. So that's going to hit Helena in no time, as fast as the storms are moving. So when I looked at the radar and it said it was going to start snowing in about 20 minutes, they were probably fairly accurate. It'll probably be closer to 30, but because what are we at now? 20. Oh, geez, this is gonna be closer to an hour actually. Because I checked the radar right before I hit the live button. And I'm at almost 25 minutes, and it's still at least 20 minutes away from Helena. Dusting here of snow at some point. Because little dusting of snow on the trail. Here and there. I can't hear anything because I have my hood up. So all I hear is the hood rubbing against my ears, rubbing against my hat. side of the mountain here. Fully exposed to that wind, where once we get over this little rise, or at least less wind. It doesn't matter where you live in Montana, it seems like it's always windy. Like, we used to joke growing up that, you know, the different states, we always have like little, I don't know what you call it, rivalries or whatever with the other states around us. I mean, for the most part, I would say that, like, anybody from like Montana, Idaho, or Wyoming, we poke fun at each other, but you know, a true like Montana could live in any of those states, just because of the topography is very similar in a lot of the areas. But like growing up as a kid, you know, you're always proud of being from Montana, and so you'd always be like, one of our sayings growing up was, you know why it's so windy in Montana all the time? It's because Idaho blows and North Dakota sucks. Now, North Dakota does suck. Just saying. And I'd even argue that most of South Dakota sucks too. But you get around the Black Hills area, it's not too bad. Oh yeah, see, you can see that coming over now. It's hitting those mountains already. You can't even see the Continental Divide back there, which is just the next ridge back. So that's gonna hit us here anytime. Like I said, as long as it's snow, I don't care. If it's rain, I don't want that. It's already cold enough out here. If I wanted to be in the wet rain, I'd live in Seattle. Or at least that area. Where I live. If I was gonna live in Washington, I don't know. I mean, there's some pretty nice little areas, but I'd probably live Bellingham if I was. Or one of those small towns over on the Olympic Peninsula. Wouldn't be bad either. Love Seattle, because I do enjoy, kind of weird. There are certain things I love about living in a big city too. I lived in DC. Yes. Really. Seattle, I used to spend a lot of time in Seattle, almost every weekend. For about a 2-year period there, I was in Seattle, but it changed. It's not the same anymore. Most of it due to a lot of the city policies. It's like they want to be San Francisco or something. Oh, and hit with snow flurries in the face. am clearly running slower right now than I was a little bit ago. Now watch this. I'm running right at a 10-minute mile. Like, I keep hovering between 9:55 and 10 minutes. But a little bit ago, I was pushing the pace a little bit. And my watch said I was doing like an 11:20. It's like, you have no idea what I'm doing. It's good we're getting the snow this week, but I was getting excited to be able to get up into get on some of the higher trails. Because it's been so nice. What's gonna happen now? Alright guys, looking at the weather. So Bozeman, I'm supposed to run that half marathon this weekend. I'm like, the weather looks like it's gonna be nasty. Like that road is probably okay. Well, we'll run as much as I can on this uphill, but I do not have uphill running fitness in me right now. We'll see how far we get. It's about a 10% grade. To me, okay, that's about all I can do. Woo! There's a girl I started following on Instagram because she's so funny. I don't even know, like she just blew up like on Instagram. Something Tatum, I don't know, but she's in college training for, like she got a free entry into some marathon, I don't know which one, Amsterdam marathon or something, but she's hilarious because she reminds me of a drill sergeant I had when I first joined the military. Because she's always like, woo! And then she calls her followers Tatamites. So I guess I'm a Tatamite now. Since I follow her. But it's like, that's the kind of motivation I need in the morning, you know? Because she's always like pumping herself up. And she's very real about it too. Like, sometimes, like, that's not how she is when she wants to go for a run. So then it's like we used to always say in the military, false motivation is better than no motivation. And she clearly is trying to hype herself up, you know, with some false motivation. And then that plays into her being able to get out there and do what she needs to do. I think girl, she's like, This sucks. That weather's starting to change, huh? We'll be protected once we get over this ridge. Whew. Okay, it's not as steep now, so we can run. Probably make it to the top of the ridge and keep going. But C's always being like, woo! That's what my drill sergeant used to do. Gets me motivated. You know, it's like Run Dan Run. If you guys don't follow him on Twitch, you should. Older gentleman, weight loss journey. You know, he motivates me. It's like if he can get out there, lace up them shoes, turn that doorknob, and get out there, I can too. Easy run today. Fired up, ready to go. With it and it's stuck. Nice. Thanks for that. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know anything about Run Dan Run till about 2 years ago, and I think I was still in DC, and he followed me, and at that time I didn't know there was any other running streamers. We gotta get down off this bridge, it's getting windy. Holy cow. Just listen to that wind. It's because that storm is coming up. It's going to hit us anytime. But anyways, he followed me and would hop into my streams every now and then. And you know, at that time I was pretty busy. Like I only had like a certain, like I actually had time frames when I could, let me try and take my hood off. Now that we're out of the wind. There we go, now I can hear. But I was so busy because I had to be back home by a certain time for my first meeting in the morning and all that. So I never got to really, you know, look anybody up. And then there was one day, probably 2 years ago, I think, he raided me, and I was like, I didn't even know this guy streamed. And he raided me with like 30 people or something, and I was like, who is this guy? And so then I followed him back and then started watching it. I was like, yeah, this dude's awesome. You want to talk about just what you go through as a runner on, you know, weight loss journey, fitness journey, and just the raw struggles. Definitely follow him. That guy is super motivating, and he is like, he doesn't hide anything or sugarcoat it. Like if he's out there and all of a sudden just starts having you know, because he has other problems, and every now and then he'll just get like a, you know, I guess you could call it a panic attack, and while he's out on a run, and he just has to, you know, call it. He's very transparent, and the wind is swirling right here because this is not the direction the wind is blowing. I don't know Oh, it's swirling right here. Coming back in. He's a good guy. He lives in the Chicago area. So he does, road running and stuff. Whew. I don't have any shorts in the van. I would kind of like to get some extra time on the bike at the gym if I can, but I don't want to be in my running tights. Oh, I don't know what's going on with my weight loss journey, but typically I will lose in the first week anywhere from like 7 to 10 pounds. And last week, in the first 3 days, I lost 5 pounds. Since then, I haven't lost anything, which is very strange. Like, I could see, slowing down and maybe only get another pound, but I haven't done that. And I've been eating pretty good. But we'll see if we can break through this week, because usually the first week is pretty fast for me, and then after that, like 1 to 2 pounds a week. Whew. So we'll see. I'd be happy with 1 pound or 2 pounds this week. I mean, I'd be really happy with 2, but 1 pound is pretty good. If you tell me this is uphill. It is wearing on me. We're trying to take just little breaks while we continue running. My legs feel good, my foot feels good, so I kind of want to at least get something out of this run today. I thought about going out to 10 mile and doing some sort of speed, but as windy as it was, I was like, I did not want to be out in the wind the whole time, which is why we chose here, because I knew on this backside like this that there wouldn't be much wind. 10 mile is just a wide open field, so there's no escaping. Whew, okay, now we got a little downhill section. Oh, I forgot. I needed to plug my gimbal in. It is giving me the red light. Here we go. Okay. It goes downhill until we get to the next uphill. which is steep. I never realized how steep it was until yesterday. And I was like, guys, pretty good. And like after about 50 yards, it combines back to the same trail again. It's not like a true fork where you can go one way or the other and go to different places. Like, you're going to the same place no matter what direction you go. Whoo-wee. Although it seems like it started back here and went uphill more than I thought it did. I don't want to get too sweaty because once we crest the top of the ridge over on this other side over here on the north side, we're going to hit full blast of that wind again, fully exposed. Cold wind is making my nose go crazy. Whew. Nothing like trying to get back into fitness after a break. Whether it's just a break in between training blocks or due to an injury. Whew. It is tough. In my case, due to an injury. So I still can't like push it too hard. I can build up a little bit of endurance. Like I can start building the mileage or the hours. Not really mileage, but the hours on my legs. Oh, she's up ahead of me. Had to figure out where my dog was. I see her on the trail. Ways ahead of me. Like over here on this side, it's nice, temperature-wise. It's just that wind. It's cold. I'm over it. Like, pretty much the whole time I was in Arizona this year, it was always cold and windy. It's like, what the heck? And even though it was like fairly wet and rainy down there, they still didn't get as much moisture as they usually do. It was just like it would just be drizzly for days, where normally they just get, you know, some major storms, you know. The first year I didn't really, we spent one day down in Madera Canyon, but normally we spend a couple weeks down there. Not this year. In fact, Nahri has still yet to do Mount Wrightson. Because was it a year ago when we were down there, it was too snowy, you couldn't get to the top. we made it to the one section, it looks like. Oh no, maybe not quite yet. Or did we? I can't tell. No, we didn't. It is uphill. Go back from small injuries. First time where I felt like I could be fully recovered. That's awesome. That is like a great feeling too. Oh yeah, this is where the little split is, where it's like, this is where the uphill really starts. No wonder it looks like it was so far uphill. I got a steep all of a sudden. We're gonna take the easy way. That other way to the right, pretty much is just straight, is more for mountain bikes. They even created a little jump. See it right there by the tree. Little jump. Although I don't know how they go over that, because if you had some speed when you go over that, you're hitting the other side uphill. That is not how you want to land on a bike after going over a jump. That is how you pop tires and bend rims and break spokes, all that kind of stuff. Break your wrists even. Ooh. Top of this right here. Could run for a little bit again until my heart rate feels like, until my heart is beating so hard it feels like it's gonna come out my throat. It's still uphill. It's pretty steep. For us now, ain't nothing. It must just be because that wind was blowing so hard. It's just blowing snow ahead of the storm. So the storm isn't over us yet. Oh man, I'm starting to sweat too much. It's gonna be cold once we get on top of the ridge. And then we gotta decide, do we want to do the extra mile or not? Or a mile and a half, I guess, really. Which again is a lot of uphill. Because once we get to the ridge, cross over the ridge, that's where we either turn to the right to do the mile and a half and just kind of stay on the ridge with it. You know, you're going up and over little minor summits, I guess you could say. I mean, they're just really just hilltops, I guess. Or you just go downhill back to the van. There, you can see the turn to look back there. I'm going to trip over. See, looks like one car. We probably went to the top of that. And I use that term loosely, big mountain. It's not that big of a mountain, but for this little mountain range right here, it is. This little mountain range is probably like north to south, maybe 4 miles across, and then east to west, probably 8 miles maybe. I wouldn't be opposed to, but we haven't even really convert. Just going around the bottom of the mountain. Convert. Just going around the bottom of the mountain. Yeah, see? She wants to go up over the top of the mountain. Ah, screw it, we'll do it. Oh, she's so happy. She's so happy now. I don't know if you just saw the joy in her. Should be fairly protected from the wind. I will have pretty spotty reception when we're going down through the gut. I mean, for some reason I've been having activity has been going in and out. Feel the burn. I don't know if you figured this out about me, but I like climbing mountains. That's why she didn't have to twist my arm too hard. And I was just like, ah, screw it. I may not be the fastest, but I probably enjoy it more than most. Even the hurt, like just this last, what, maybe 100 yards that we've done, my legs are burning, my glutes and my calves. Woo! And I'm barely maintaining a 21-minute pace. Miracle. Whoo, I need a breather. Wanted to say hi? Yeah, thanks for showing up. That's cool. Helena's looks like they are getting hit by that snowflake. So maybe we're just gonna get lucky and it moved. Oh yeah, because I can see the Continental Divide, so the clouds must be coming, traveling that direction. So that's why we never got hit. Oh yeah, I can full on see the ski hill, everything. I mean, the trees are pretty thick for you guys, but it is cleared up. And then that's Greenhorn Mountain right there, where this year they're actually going to put a trail in. You can see the ski hill. That's the ski hill right there. Because the CDT goes through there, and I've always been like, why? You look at old trail maps, there used to be a trail, but last year me and Nahri ran out there and we could not find a trail. And then you look at the official CDT map and they say just like they have you being on the road, which is very common for the Helena Forest District. Their answer to everything is, we don't need to put a trail in there. You guys got a road you can use. But this year, they're putting in a trail in that section, which is awesome. And I'd love to be able to work on that project, but I'm gone during that time frame. It is very subtle because nobody comes through here. I'm pretty much just following her. In fact, I can't even say I'm actually on it. Looks like I am, but Nope, I'm not on it. I am cutting across. Because now it's apparent, it's right here. So we lost it at some point. We came up a little bit to the side because it goes down that way. She was on the trail. I should have followed her. After I just said I'm just following her. I wasn't really following her, I just followed general direction. Glutes are definitely activated, that's for sure. That used to be a joke on the marathon team I used to race with. It was, you know, very important in your warm-up to make sure you activated your glutes. And so we'd all be like, you know, sticking our butt out, doing the whole bend, almost like the bend and snap from, what is it, Clueless or whatever? Or whatever. Was that what it was? Or no, Legally Blonde maybe? I don't know. One of those shows. And we'd always be like, do my glutes look activated to you? Whew. My dog is so happy. For the last 2 weeks doing that loop, we always get to that intersection. She's always like, can we go to the top? And I'm always like, no. We're almost at this. So this is where the trail splits. You can go off that direction to a different way, down or up, if you're coming from the bottom. And then this leads to the top. So unless you know where you're going, it's hard to figure out how to get to the top, because this does kind of go down a little bit as you skirt around the edge, because it is super rocky. You see, there's no way you can put a trail through there. Woo. Happy dog, yep. And so if you miss that little intersection there, because it's not very evident, then you'll never find your way to the top. Now, if you're coming from the other way, that we're going to go down, then yeah, it's a very apparent where this, where the trail is. For the most part. I mean, this time of year, again, like I said, there's some sections where it's like, is that actually a trail? And this is not a maintained trail. It's not what they would consider an official trail out here, but it does exist. Mostly used by mountain bikers, but occasional hikers as well. There was one time I brought a friend out here. We went up the other way. We didn't go up this way. And we got to the top, because this doesn't go to the official top. You have to go off trail about 100 yards and do a little bit of rock scrambling to get to the top. Oh, they have been doing trail maintenance here though. That's nice to see. So they actually are. That's a brand new cut. So they are doing some maintenance out here on this trail now. That's good to see. I just know they haven't been doing any tread maintenance. Anyways, we were sitting at the top and all of a sudden we started hearing these voices. And I'm like, I have never seen anybody else out here before up on the top. Occasionally I'll run into a mountain biker on this trail. I've never seen another runner or hiker or anything on this trail. This is the section right here where you can easily keep going straight even though that doesn't go anywhere. Which would be why that exists, because you miss the trail switchbacking right there. But yeah, sure enough, there's somebody else out here. And I was like, I even told them, I was like, I come out here all the time and I've never seen anybody up here on this mountain. And they're like, oh. They're like, yeah, we frequent up on this mountain all the time. We see people all the time. I'm like, what the hell time are you guys going? And then it dawned on me, I was with my friend. And she does not, wow, they did a lot of trail maintenance here. Now the trail is not. They chopped down some trail, so it's hard to see now where you're supposed to go right there. Because the tree used to show it. But then I was like, oh yeah, we are a lot later in the morning than normal because it takes her forever to get ready to do anything. So I was like, so I'm not here when I'm normally here, but I'm here when everybody else is normally here. Okay, we'll go again. I'm gonna try not to trip because it is super techy and rocky right through here. And a lot of these rocks are hidden underneath the pine needles that build up. We're not gonna go to the top. See, there's not a really great views up there, so it's not worth it for the extra 100 yards. Woo. And this is where, as it's already started, this is where we're gonna have connectivity issues for the next 1.5 miles probably while I go down the gut. Otherwise known as a gulch. Lots of mountain bike tracks here. Like I said, it's typically used by mountain bikers. And then this is weird. There's a trail that goes straight right here. I don't know where they're going because I've gone down that trail and it cliffs out. Like, and that was clearly mountain bike. Like, where are they going? I think they probably go that way and don't realize. Oh, I think they come back right here. So they probably just hit those rocks. I'll bet you they hit those rocks and then come right back. That's why it looks like, like I said, I've been down that trail. They don't go nowhere. It cliffs out. Because you think that trail would go to this other summit back here, because there's a summit up here as well. That does not go that way. There is a tiny trail that does kind of around the other face. It'll meander its way up, but you have to really look for it because it does not get. It's another one of those non-official trails that very few people use. We're now on the windy side of the mountain. I was hoping it's gonna, this where the trees, they'd be a little more protected than this. My face is freezing. You start seeing the views though. Well, you guys can't because my connectivity is shit right now, but we'll try and get down off of this as fast as we can. It'll go in and out. Like the further I get over here to the right before we switch back, I should get a little bit of signal because we'll gain line of sight again of the cell tower, but then I'll lose it because we're turning on the switch back to go back down. This trail is fun. Oh, I decided if I like going up it or going down it more, because it is not super steep, but it is super techy, and so it's fun to. I gotta blow my nose out. That wind just making my nose go nuts. Anyways, it's super techy, but not super steep, so it's fun to just kind of dance your way down, but then also because it's not very steep, it's fun to run up, because you can, even if you're just a mediocre, more of a mid-pack, I wouldn't say mediocre, I mean, if you can run this, you're a good runner no matter what. Moderate fitness, we'll say, type of runner, you can run up this whole thing. It is fun. Somebody came up in horses. And then we'll get down here to the trail junction and we'll just hop on the high trail going back. The one that I thought about taking at the beginning. We'll hop on it on the way back. It'll be cold because it'll be windy, fully exposed to the wind, but at this point, no matter what trail we're taking, we're going to be full force of the wind. Full exposure. I'm going to go a little slower because that wind is so cold. My eyes are watering. I mean, it's hard to see the rocks. We just kind of go back and forth across the drainage, or into the drainage, I guess. Next quarter mile. Got a lot of mountain bikers on this recently, and at least one horse. I know horses came back here because that corridor isn't. Oh, that's probably why they cut them trees, to make it horse friendly. That makes more sense now. Okay. Now we can kind of cruise. I think there's one more little rock ledge we have to go down, but yeah, right here. And it's actually a pretty buffed out trail. Not a lot of rock, it's all sand. Whew. This little section right here reminds me of going up Renshaw Mountain. I think it's, I don't know what creek that is. I don't think it's Renshaw Creek, maybe it is. I think Renshaw Creek's on the other side of the mountain. That might be Benchmark, actually, the Benchmark Creek. But it's a lot of that rock, pretty much going up the whole thing. I think that made Nahri happy, getting to climb the mountain. She's a lot like me. She likes to go up mountains. You have fun, sweet girl? Ooh, sorry. I tried to stop and... No, Nahri, leave. Drop it. Drop it. Come on. I don't know what you were trying to eat right there, but you don't need to eat it. Okay, now we're going to take the high trail. To the right. And to the right. Good girl. But that's the middle trail right there. This is the high trail. So we're going to get more vert now. We have to climb. It's okay. It's all good. My legs are warmed up now. Oh, jeez. I almost just tripped. Because I clipped a toe on a rock. Okay, I'm gonna trip fall on my face. I am not picking my feet up. high as I need to. That's 2 times in 100 feet. But I almost tripped and fell. So we'll just oh man. Is that blue sky? That is blue sky. Look at that. Now, maybe weather report was correct. So it's supposed to be partly sunny at 10:30, 11 o'clock. Might be accurate. And it's still just nasty going that direction. That's what I thought was going to hit us, but now I can tell the wind's coming from this direction, so it makes sense that it blew that way. Whew. Yeah, we're at a little over 800 feet of vert. I don't think it'll really do much. Where the wind's blowing, I think it's just going to blow right into my hood. I think that's the top right there. I hope. No, it's not. We got more uphill. We are not far enough around the edge of this mountain yet for that to be the top. Top of this section. She's like, I thought you were running. It's taking you so long. She says. Whew, okay. Now I got a little downhill, so we have to go uphill again. Keep from tripping. Pick them feet up a little bit. After this, I am completely out of sparkling waters, and I'm going to change my tactics a little bit this next week as far as my diet goes. So I want to buy some stuff for that too. I think it'll help me maintain my calories that I want to hit. Whew. And make it a little easier too. Oh man. You know, it won't take as much effort and time doing preparation. Okay, where was to the there we go, we're evening out. There we go. Oh, I'll still have a little bit of uphill because where this tees in to the other trail here, I'll have to go up before we can go down. There it is. Nobody else out here at the trailhead because there's the trailhead. There's my van way out there. The only little white little blip, which is kind of unusual, but not really, I guess. It's Monday. The weather's not like the greatest. Usually when you do get people out at this trailhead, it's more lunchtime or right after work, not in the mornings. Makes sense. That's why I like this trailhead, because not a lot of people drive all the way out here because it is ways out of town. We just got slightest of hills to hit the trail going down. Alright, he's taking a pee break. Which is weird because she didn't drink any water since last night. She's already peed like 3 times. This slightest uphill, I'm feeling. We can turn. There we go. Now we're going straight into the wind. Have fun. You know, it'd be nice to just get a day with no weather. Oh, she found her scapula that she found the other day. Or it might be a hip bone or whatever, pelvis bone. Something flat. Woo, that is cold. Yeah, you see the trail because my eyes are watering so much. Just gonna hope I don't run into anything and trip and fall. Go by feel, everybody. My nose is going all crazy again because we're going into the wind. Oh, there's my dog. Oh, snot bubbles. I'm not even breathing out my nose, I'm breathing it out my mouth. Somehow I'm still doing snot bubbles. Die down as we go down in this little draw a little bit, but nope. My dog's already back in the van. Like, this is bullshit. See how it is. Dog doesn't care about me. She's just like, peace out, bitch. This sucks. I'm going back to the van. At least me in the dust. Well, the joke's on her. She can't get into the van without me. Oh, this last little bit uphill. The trailhead side. I'd make it there. Oh, nope. Whew. Look at her. She's like, open the door, you bitch. Yeah, I'm way back here, you fool. Just trying to figure out how do I open this door without this idiot that I hang out with all the time. Huh. Hold on. Hold on. Let me change cameras. Oh, there you go. Yeah, she was over it. She was like, this sucks, I'm out. Whew. Okay, well, that was a good run. That was a good run. Let me decide we'll debrief. How do I get out of the wind? This. I didn't know I had a chest pocket. That's cool though. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, what do you think? Oh, geez, I almost dropped the phone. Just put it right there. What do you think? Yeah, no, you were chewing on a nasty ass bone. You don't get to lick me. Yeah, you're chewing on dead thing and that whatever that other thing was back there. Freaking weirdo. Okay, 5.3 miles. Kilometers is on the screen for my European friends. Even though I think it's probably closer to 9, wouldn't it? 5.3 would be close. Yeah, that'd be like 9. So it is off a little bit. My watch just told me I need to charge it, which I knew because it told me that last night it was down to 10. I'm sorry, sweet girl, you can't lick me. Because you were chewing on dead things. Yeah. Oh, that wind sucks, everybody. Wind sucks. Okay, well, that's going to be it. I don't think I'm going to go hit the gym and get some on the bike. But it is leg day for me tonight at the gym. So, and we are going to hit the gym tonight. So I might just do some extra time on the bike. So maybe I'll try and get to the gym a little bit. Oh no, it's now the time change. I can get to the gym at the same time. It'll still be light out if I stay at the gym for an extra hour. So we'll be good. Huh? We'll be good. Yeah. So we'll go and hit the gym, no lickies. She's like, well, don't invite me over here then. Again, if it's not very busy at the gym, I'll go live. But my guess is that the highest ranking officer and the highest ranking enlisted in the state will be there, as they have been the last week every night. So yeah. And I got, my eyes are burning from that wind. Got some wind burn going on. I understand why a lot of people wear those clear glasses. But anyways, that's going to be it, everyone. Love you all. Thanks for everybody joining me today. And I will see you guys tonight or tomorrow morning. We'll see what happens first. Bye, everyone. Love you all.